just some quick insight. Um, you know how people say, why didn't you just leave? Why did you take this abuse from this person for so long? You could have left at any time. For people that say those kinds of things and who have not been in that situation, I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret here and give y'all some quick insight into what it kind of feels like, I guess, to be in that situation and feeling trapped and stuck, you know. So basically, if say you meet somebody, right? You meet this guy, you meet this girl, or whatever. They're on their best behavior, right? Like, like everybody's on their best behavior. Like whenever, it's a new relationship, you're trying to get to know each other, and these people will keep this charade up for years, months, weeks, days, whatever. In my case, years. So they're like perfect. They're Mr. Right, Mr. Perfect. And then what happens? Well, they start changing. And while this is happening, they are playing mind games with you. They push you and they pull you away and they push you. So they turn into this horrible monster, right? And you're thinking, who is this? This isn't who I met. What's going on? Like, why are they treating me this way? Maybe they are having a bad time in their life. Something's bothering them. They're stressed, but it's just a phase and it's gonna pass and they will go back to their normal self. So over time, that doesn't happen. It gets worse or it stays the same. And you're still there waiting because you know how their potential, you know how they were in the beginning. They were great. So you're thinking, oh, you know what? After they're done with this little phase, they're going to go back to being like Mr. Perfect again. So I'm going to wait because I would want somebody to do the same for me. If I'm having a bad day or whatever, bad year, I want somebody to stick around with me. Like, I'll probably be a little bit of a bitch, yeah, but like, don't leave me, in my like tough times. So you stick around and you wait and you live off of this hope. It's false hope, okay? It's false hope. And I'm sorry, but it's a waste of time. And the longer that you wait, the more things are going to be invested into that relationship, the harder it's going to be. Whether y'all have kids together, y'all get a house together, like all these things, that develop over time, it makes it harder and harder and harder to get out of that situation. So basically you're just waiting on that person that you met in the beginning to come back, and they never do, because that wasn't them. That was not the real them. And it's really hard to tell, especially with like my beliefs. Like, I really don't like I don't live with guys that I'm not married to. So after I move in with a guy and I'm married, they switch. You don't know how somebody is until you live with that person. So if you find somebody and you get married and you live with them for the first time after that, like, how are you gonna know? How are you gonna know they're gonna do that? So that's another thing I'm gonna be talking about. I'll let you know some of the signs. And you know, hopefully be of some assistance. But yeah, so basically that's in a nutshell, that's how that plays out. And that's why it's so hard to leave, because you don't want to leave and you want to stick around, and so when that person comes back, y'all can move on. But it's not gonna happen. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but I know it